Welcome to this episode of the GymInformer podcast. I'm Chris Gilbert, the co-founder of Classic Iron Fitness and your host of this episode, along with my co-host and co-founder of Classic Iron Fitness, Jason Goldman. For this episode, we have Steve Weinberger, the owner and CEO of Bev Francis Power House Gym in Long Island, New York. Most of you probably heard about Bev Francis, the East Coast Mecca, but before we get started, we're going to show you some photos of the gym. That way everybody knows what we're talking about.
So, Steve, can you tell us the evolution of the gym from its 5,000 square foot beginning to basically what we call the East Coast Mecca now? How did that evolve?
We started in 1986, driving around looking for a location. We originally wanted to open in Manhattan, but we just couldn't afford anything in Manhattan. It was just out of our price range.
Sure.
We found this warehouse in Long Island, Syossett. It was 5,000 square feet. And back then we thought, oof, I don't know if we're going to make it, but we're going to try. And we opened it, turned it into a gym, and the gym just was really doing very well right from the start. We were very fortunate. And every time a space became available in the warehouse area, we took another space. We took about 5 spaces since then.
Okay.
We're at 25,000.
I was just saying, the current square footage is 25,000 then?
Yes.
I gotcha. That's a big facility.
Yeah. We don't usually talk a lot about organization, but it is one of the things that we look at whenever we're doing reviews. And being that your gym was the first one that we ever reviewed, we wanted to start at Bev Francis when we started doing reviews. We really base kind of the way we judge other gyms' organization, especially bodybuilding gyms, off the way that you guys organized your gym. Was that, I'm assuming that was by design, and how did you decide that, like, this is how we're going to organize the gym in this manner?
We always, from the beginning, we designed it by body parts. You know, we've been to gyms where, you know, you could do chest over here, but you got to go all the way over here to do a pec deck, do legs here, and have to go all the way over there to do leg curls. It was all set up by body parts.
Yeah, it's a beautiful organization. It's actually how we justify our base, the way we look at other gyms.
We were really impressed with the equipment there and the variety of equipment. How did you guys decide what makes it on the gym floor?
Well, you know, Bev and I used to go to a lot of trade shows, and we also used to visit a lot of gyms. And if Bev fit on it, and I fit on it, and we liked it, we bought it. So Bev's 5'5", I'm 6'3", so between us, if we both work on it, we know we'd work in the gym.
Sure. That's a good way of doing it. I've not heard that before, but that is a good way of doing it. So
nice. Were there over the years, have there been certain manufacturers that you've liked a little bit more than others, or you guys just try to keep open-minded to everything?
You know, the two brands that I originally had was Icarian and Flex. They're gone now. They're out of business. TK Star is an equipment I really like, and this Hammer Strength, Life Fitness, but I really like this company called New Tech. They're from Korea. They just came out, and they're really cutting-edge designs, and they're really good. But TK Star has been an original, and, you know, we like them too.
Cool.
Okay.
From an atmosphere standpoint, obviously the gym has a fairly hardcore vibe. But what I really noticed there was it's really a get down to business atmosphere in the gym. Like, it's definitely not a social hour in the gym. It seems like when we were there 3 times in the day that we were there. So we went back multiple times during the same day. So we got a feel for different times of the gym. And every time we went in, everyone in there, they were down to business, getting stuff done. People weren't walking around the gym just chit-chatting. Was that something you guys like set out to create, or is that an atmosphere?
Honestly, that just became part. The gym, I believe, became part of our personality. I mean, we did not want a health club. We wanted a serious gym, and that's kind of, you know, the way we planned it. Not that we wanted it to be like a no-nonsense gym, but we wanted it to be a gym where you come in and train. It's not a pickup joint. It's not a hangout joint. I mean, we have a bar where you can get drinks and, you know, hang out. But the gym, when you walk in, it's time to train.
Yep.
Yeah, that was obvious. Yeah, we ran when we were there. We ran into a couple of different people that, you know, their pictures were on the wall and nobody was bothering them. They were getting stuff done. Everybody around them was getting stuff done, and it was
Honestly,
a good.
there's 2 rules in this gym: put your weights away and don't bother people, no matter who they are. If you get really 2 warnings. The 3rd warning, you're gone.
Right.
Like we had The Rock come here and train, and nobody bothered him. We've had,
okay.
you know, the best of the best bodybuilders, the best of the best wrestlers, football players, and they're left alone. You know, everyone respects them. After, if they're walking out and you want to ask them, "Excuse me, can I get a picture?" That's fine. But when they're training, leave them alone.
Sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and we
That's
noticed that
totally
while we were there.
Okay. So Steve, with Bev's being so successful, why, after all these years, only one location?
We just want one location. We never wanted more. We've had people come to us and offer to partner up with us and open gyms in Florida and some other in Manhattan. But you know what? I'm comfortable with one gym. And if you notice, unless you're a billionaire like a 24-hour fitness or a Lifetime, if you're a mom and pop guy and you start opening more than one place, and you lose that mom and pop kind of I don't want to say, what I want to say is you lose that mom and pop sort of environment.
Sure.
Like if I opened up 2 gyms or 3 gyms, where am I going to spend my time? You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm here all the time. I'm here 6 to 7 days a week. If anyone needs to find me, they can find me here. I'm here. The workers always work better. The clients train with putting their weights away with no problem. If I'm not here, if I have to go on vacation for a week and I come back, I'm not happy with the way the gym is usually. So I'm kind of a control freak, and I like just having one gym, having it perfect, and running our shows. You know, our shows take up a lot of time too. We run a lot of IFBB, MPC shows, and I judge a lot. So it's not like I have all day to spend 5 hours in one gym, 5 hours in another gym, and I'm just not the kind of guy to say, here's my name. I trust you to run it. Honestly, I'm not that trusting, honestly.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah. It's like having an only child, so I get that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We've talked to some other owners.
Yeah, exactly. He's a little spoiled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we felt like we were a little spoiled being there. Yeah, we've talked to some other gym owners who have got great gyms, and now they've got 2 or 3, and that is one of my concerns is how many gyms can they get to before they start losing, you know, that core of greatness that they created. So
I think 2 is the limit. If you're a gym owner that runs your gym, if you're a corporation, it's, you know, on the stock market and you know it's a big time type gym. I understand that, but if it's a mom and pop place, I don't know. I think 2 is very much to me the limit. But I'm very happy with 1. Sure. I never wanted to open 2. No, 1, run it right, do my shows, and everything's cool.
Well, speaking of shows, how much time each year do you spend on the road just with shows alone?
I probably spend about 30 weekends on the road. So a lot of times I'm gone on Friday and Saturday. I'm back here on Sunday.
Gotcha. Okay. You're a busy guy then. Yes, you're a busy guy.
Having been so successful, starting from 5,000 square feet to now having 25,000 and one of the most famous gyms in the country, if not the most famous gym in the country now. Do you have any advice for anybody out there who's thinking about opening a gym?
Find a good location. Make sure there's not, you know, a lot of gyms in that area. Find a location where they need a gym, open it, and be there. You know, some people open a gym and think, you know what, I'll get it started, and I'll spend an hour or 2 a day there, check in, and everything be all right. For it to work, you really need to be there. Mm-hmm. I mean, when Bev and I opened the gym, we were both here from open to close for the first 4 years.
Gotcha.
Wow.
You really need to be here.
Makes sense. I can see that.
No matter the most trustworthy person, when you're not there, it changes. It changes quickly. Believe me.
Sure.
I believe it. Yeah, you guys are doing a great job, and obviously, I mean, you wouldn't be considered the East Coast Mecca if you weren't doing a great job.
Thank you.
So I didn't have any other questions. Do you have any other questions, Jason?
No.
We really appreciate you coming on with Steve.
Sorry.
And thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on with us.
Anytime. It was very easy. No questions. I'm very happy to do it. I'll do it anytime you want.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, we love the gym, and hopefully we'll get up there again sometime soon. I'm sure it's changed.
You're welcome anytime you want. Okay.
All right, thanks.
Steve. Take care of yourself,
Thank you.
sir.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more great content.